no rank, right? Just because I'm calling in an order, that doesn't mean that you have any place or any guaranteed. This is based on your senior science badge number only. Okay, number 1, Sanjay Samhitrathan, badge numbers SSC 002. Central Rock. Thank you. Contest number 2, your science badge number is SSC 016. Rishabh Rajesh. Contestant number 3, your badge number is SSC 022, Maya Hulyalkar. Back here, please. That's tricky. Oh, make sure you're not. Contestant number 4, your badge number is SSC 026, Avik Sarkar. Oh. Contestant number 5, your badge number is SSC 037, Nirmat Bhumi Reddy.
Watch the wires. Make sure
Okay, number 6, your badge number is SSC 046, Vijayal Ramaya. Contestant number 7, your badge number is SSC 047, Ajay Savant.
check it. Go this way.
He'll be here, right? Okay. Number 8, your badge number is SSC 053, Aditya Krishna Changalwa. Aditya Krishna Changalwa. Number 9, our badge number is SSC 060, Sai. Your badge number is SSC 060, Sai Samhit Kota. And then last contestant number 10, SSC 062, Siddharth Shankar.
Congratulations to the contestants that made it to this phase. For all of the other Science Bee contestants, if you are participating in any Science Olympiad contest, you're gonna gather with me over there, and then we're gonna take you over to your Science Olympiad contest. If you made this round, we're gonna take you to the Science Olympiad contest after, and then we're gonna finish your Science Olympiad contest after. Does that sound like a good plan to everyone? All right, thank you. So if you did not qualify for this round, please gather over there and follow me to the Science Olympiad.
Watch the wires. Watch the wires.
And please occupy the empty seats. Parents, whoever it is, volunteers. Sit. Please occupy. Not the second row. Please leave the second row empty. After that, you can sit anywhere.
Any other Science Olympiad contestants in this room? I mean, not you guys. I'll come grab you guys later. But any other Science Olympiad contestants that are not participating in phase 3? Okay, thank you.
Nobody comes this way. Yeah. Only they come and quietly go somewhere. It's okay.
So everybody ready?
So I'm wondering whether we can start or not.
That's good. If you're ready, where is Gri wants to start the Facebook? Like, where is Gri? Facebook Live. I think it's going on. Yeah. The camera is on.
Yeah.
Facebook Live or YouTube they're doing.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can announce. You can start speaking. Others.
So I guess we'll get started.
Yeah, please.
So settle down and reduce the noise. Otherwise, you can't hear what the contestants are saying. Shh. So it's okay to stand at the back or sit at the back, but don't make any sound. So we'll quickly go through the rules. So as you see here, well, first of all, congratulations to all 10 students here. And those who didn't make it to, you have gone through a fantastic round today. So congrats to all of you guys. So as you can see, we'll go through 50 questions pretty quickly today. And it's all short answer type questions, patterned after the Science Bowl format. And for each question, you have 5 seconds to answer. So once I finish once the pronouncer finishes the reading of the question, there will be 5 seconds, at which point there's a timer, and she will say time. There will be some calculation questions which will take longer. You're allowed 20 seconds, and it will clearly show on the slide. And you can use a pen and paper if you want to do some calculations. And if you think you know the answer, do not say the answer yet. Press the buzzer, right? Whoever presses the buzzer, it will show up, only your buzzer will light up. At that point, one of the moderators will say contestant number 5 or contestant number 7, right? Once they recognize you by calling you contestant number 5, at that point, you can say what your answer is. Okay, so once you're recognized, you can say your answer. But remember, you have to come up with the answer within 5 seconds. So start speaking quickly and be very precise. You cannot say, right? You cannot stall. You cannot say the wrong answer and say, oh, sorry, what I meant was. So there's only one chance to answer it. And if it is correct, you get 1 point. If it is incorrect, it's a negative 1 point. And the cost will accumulate over time. If anyone reaches a score of -3 at any one point, the person has to leave the competition. And once you leave the competition, please sit in the second row. So second row should be left blank, left empty, unless you're a contestant. So once any of you have to leave the competition because you have reached -3 points, go to the second row, or you can go and join a science Olympiad if you have to, right? At the end, if let's say there are more than 3 contestants after going through 50 questions, we might have to go through a tiebreaker round of an additional 10 questions to determine who the first, second, and third place winners are. And remember, your final trophies you'll get today at the award ceremony is independent of what happens here. So in addition to the trophies you'll be getting, the top 3 placed individuals will get some book prizes here itself. So hopefully you guys will be the winners, whoever you are. Yeah.
Number 7 is missing.
But we have to carry on those. Yeah. I know one person is missing, but because of the time factor, we have to carry on.
So to make final announcement. Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Now, also remember, 1 point will be deducted if you say the answer before you're recognized by the moderator, or you do not provide your answer within 5 seconds of buzzing, or if you stall, right? All of these will result in a -1 point. So keep that in mind. Okay, before we proceed, any questions from the contestants? Yeah.
Is it -1 point if the question is done, like if the moderator is done or
Moderator is done reading the question and he provided the wrong answer, or he did not provide any answer, yes, -1 point. Okay, you have to maintain absolute silence, so no prompting from the audience. Question?
No, what I'm saying. For myself.
Yeah. Because of the time factor, no challenges will be entertained. But whatever questions you have, whether it's the audience or contestants, note it down. After the competition, you can come by and we can discuss. Okay. So let's do a buzzer check. Starting with contestant number 1. Go ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we'll do a trial run of 3 questions to see if everything is working. And then after the trial run, we'll start the real competition. So go ahead.
Okay, the first trial question is, name the most common trisectomy disorder in humans marked by small head.
Down syndrome?
That is correct.
So hold on. So once you buzz in, you cannot say the answer. So he will say contestant, or you will, sorry, he will say contestant number 6. At that point, you can provide your answer. Right?
So, if this were the contest, you would have heard them negative.
Right. So keep that in mind.
You can speak on mic.
So both of you should move around and
Yeah.
Okay.
So you shouldn't speak until someone gives you the mic.
Okay. Okay. Let's do another trial.
Okay, the next trial question is, what is the acceleration of a baseball if it has a mass of 0.5 kilograms and it hits the catcher's gloves with a force of 25 newtons?
Contestant number 1.
That's stalled 5 seconds already. So there are 2 issues there. One is was more than 5 seconds before you pronounce the answer. Second, you stalled. You started saying, "Don't do that." So you're following the Science Bowl rules, right? So the very first thing that comes out of your mouth should be the answer. Right? If you're not sure, don't buzz. Otherwise, you get -1 point. Let's do one last trial question. Go ahead.
Okay, name the triatomic molecule in the stratosphere that protects us from...
Contestant number 10.
Ozone.
That's correct.
Okay, just make sure you don't say anything before. Okay. So any last questions before we start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to proceed answers when my answer is?
What is
No,
Yeah.
no, that's buying time. Sorry, Chandra.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is the question still alive?
So each question will be answered by one person only. In
Even if
some
it's-
instances, if they said it, they buzzed in too early before the question is even apparent what it is, we might reread the question. But in general, one question, one round, only one person.
Will the question be projected on board?
The question will not be projected on the board. As in Science Bowl, somebody will read the question, but images that go with the question will be projected on the board. Okay, so we can get started with the real round. Okay, go ahead. Hold on. Ready? Go ahead.
Yeah. Question 1. Identify the immune cell type that actively seeks out and pursues the bacteria, phagocytoses, and destroys them.
Contestant number 9.
Macrophages. Macrophages.
That is correct.
So 1 plus point. Okay. Let's go.
Number 2. We are currently in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What tectonic plate are we standing or sitting?
Contestant number 1.
North American.
That is correct.
Okay.
Number 3. A light ray has an incidence angle of 33 degrees. What is the angle the reflected ray?
Contestant number 3.
33 degrees. That is incorrect.
So it's incorrect. For the benefit of the others, let's read the full question, but nobody can answer it. Yeah.
Okay. An incidence angle of 33 degrees. What is the angle that the reflected ray will make with the reflecting surface?
So not with a normal, but with a reflecting surface. Okay, keep going. Go ahead. Nobody's answering this. Keep the question.
Number 4. What mitotic stage is this cell?
Contestant number 10.
Anaphase 2.
That is correct.
Yes.
Number 5. Please see the diagram shown. The shown image represents conglomerate, a sedimentary rock that may form where there are river flows. If the angles of all sediments in this rock become angulated, what name will be used?
Contestant number 3.
Breccia.
That is correct. Number 6. Please see the 2 solutions shown. One has a molarity of 5 moles and a volume of 4 liters. The other has 6 liters of the same solution at 0.5 moles. If you combine these 2 solutions, what is the molarity of the resulting solution?
Number 1.
2.3.
That is correct. Question number 7. Please study the video clip shown. Hummingbirds evolve differently shaped beaks to allow them to drink nectar from certain flowers only. Similarly, flowers evolve so that they can be best pollinated by certain hummingbirds. What do you call this process in nature where two...
Number 1.
Coevolution.
That is correct. Number 8. Please see the diagram. Of the 5 stars shown, labeled 1 to 5, which is the brightest star?
Contestant number 8.
4.
That is correct. Question number 9. Please see the image. What do you call this physical process?
Number 1.
Polarization.
That is correct. Question number 10. In this food web, the plants obtain 100,000 calories from the sun. Approximately how many calories of energy would the fox obtain?
Contestant number 10.
1.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 100. Okay, question number 11. Shown are basalt columns from a scenic formation in Iceland. What polygonal shape do these columns tend to adopt?
Contestant number 6.
Hexagonal shape.
That is correct. Number 12. Name this organic molecule which is a key building block of triglycerides and phospholipids.
Number 3.
Cholesterol.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is glycerol.
So I guess for some of the questions we have missed, we can very quickly, go over things which you might want to point out since I think we're still good in time. So in this case, you can see the producers are producing 100,000 calories. Is that what you have? 100,000? Yeah. So you can see at each level you have a 10% harvest, right? So you're going to have 1,000, and then 100,000, 10,000, 1,000 at this point, and then it comes to 100 calories when it comes to the fox, right? And then likewise for this one, this case, do you guys know why it's a hexagon? What is that? The way it cools. Yeah. So when you have 3 planes, you have the least strain. So when it cracks along 3 planes at 120 degrees, it nicely forms these hexagons, right? And then this one is you can see is a tri-ol, right? It's got 3 carbon chain, and each carbon has a hydroxy group attached to it. So it's a very special kind of alcohol called glycerol. And this is the basis of making phospholipids in the cell membrane and cholesterol, not cholesterol, for triglycerides, right? Made from glycerol. So answer is glycerol. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. Question number 13. Please study the image. It depicts a cross-section of a leaf. In what type of environment would you find such a leaf?
So what's the answer?
The answer is water.
So you can see these are the palisade mesophyll, right? So the palisade mesophyll have a lot of chloroplasts. So all the cells doing photosynthesis are on the top. And what do you have at the bottom? These are all the air spaces. So this is a leaf that's floating, right? So it must be in a water environment, right? Okay.
Number 14. Please see the diagram. Shown is the winter triangle of stars. Identify the missing star.
Number 1.
Sirius.
That is correct. Number 15. Study the temperature change figure shown as the substance is gently heated. What process is taking place from point B to point C?
Number 3.
Melting.
That is correct. Number 16. Please study the table. If the first base of a codon is C and the second base is G, what amino acid will it encode? Oh,
Yeah. Can you just read the question again? Chandra.
Okay, go ahead and read it. Yeah.
okay. If the first base,
Hers was not reset, so it gave a
So let's throw away this question, right?
Yeah, throw away the
just to be fair to everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
But by the way, just let's read it and let's go over it one more time. Yeah.
okay. If the first base of a codon is C and the second base is G, what amino acid will it encode?
So as you guys probably know, if the first one is C, you can see here, this is the C here. And then G is the second base. So it doesn't matter what the third base is, the amino acid is going to be arginine. Right? Okay.
Question 17. Please see the seismic wave tracing shown. The wave pointed to moves in an elliptical fashion. What do you call these large amplitude?
Contestant number 10.
S waves.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Rayleigh waves. Okay, number 18. Please see the image shown. What is the empirical formula of the monosaccharide that makes up RNA molecules?
So nobody gets a point, but what is the monosaccharide that makes up RNA molecules? Ribose, right? So ribose is similar to your glucose in terms of its empirical formula. So what's the empirical formula of glucose? So empirical formula is CH2O, right? So C6H12O6. You divide by 6, you get CH2O. It's the exact same empirical formula for ribose. Okay.
Chandra?
Yeah.
Is it okay if anybody is recording? I don't think so.
No, it's live, it's going to.
Yeah, it's going live. So if somebody in the audience is recording, is it okay?
That's fine.
Then that's fine.
Ready?
Yeah.
Question 19. Please study the image shown. What chromosomal disorder is evident from this karyotype?
Number 3.
Turner syndrome.
That is correct.
So you can see here, she quickly saw that the sex chromosomes, you do not have an X and a Y. All you have is just one X chromosome. So it's XO in genotype, and that's Turner syndrome. Okay.
Question 20. Please see the diagram shown. What type of metamorphism is likely to occur at location X?
Number 3.
Contact metamorphism.
That is correct.
So you can see there's magma here. So there's a lot of heat. And if some rock is next to a place where there's a lot of heat, metamorphism is driven by heat more than pressure. So that's contact metamorphism as opposed to regional metamorphism. Okay.
Question 21. Please see the image shown. When placed in a glass tube, water forms a concave meniscus while mercury forms a convex meniscus. How do you explain this?
Number 3.
Water has a stronger attraction to the glass than it does its own molecules, whereas mercury has a stronger attraction to its own molecules than it does the glass.
That is correct.
So water has got stronger adhesion to glass, whereas mercury has stronger cohesion to other mercury molecules. Okay.
Question 22. Please study the image shown. The picture shows the population growth curve of Naikuka, a dog species on an island. 4 different time periods are labeled 1 to 4. In which time period did the population growth and immigration exactly equal the combined rate of death and emigration?
Number 3.
Time period 4.
That is correct. Question 23. Please see the diagram shown. Shown are 4 locations on Earth labeled A to D. From which of these 4 locations will Polaris never be visible at any time of the year?
Number 1.
D.
That is correct.
So you can't see Polaris from the South Pole, right? So even from equator, you can see Polaris, but not from the South Pole. Okay.
Question 24. Please see the image shown. What happens when the enzyme phosphorylase is added to this molecule?
So phosphorylase takes out phosphate. There's no phosphorus at all here. So nothing will happen. Okay.
Question 25. Please examine the image shown of a predator and prey. Identify the animal phylum that the predator in this picture belongs to.
Number 1.
Animalia.
That is incorrect.
So Animalia will be your kingdom. So what is the phylum? Yeah?
Invertebrate?
No. Yeah? Arthropoda. If they ask for class, what class is it? Insecta, right? So at least those 3 you should know. Okay.
Question 26. Please see the diagram. This picture shows the polar, Hadley, and the feral atmospheric cells. If the Earth stops rotating, what would be the impact on these 3 cells?
Contestant number 6.
These cells will weaken and die.
That's correct. So remember, all these cells are dependent on the Coriolis effect. So if the Earth stops rotating, there's no more Coriolis effect. All your winds turning directions will stop, including these cells. Okay.
Number 27. Please study the circuit shown. 3 light bulbs A, B, and C are connected in series. Which will be the brightest?
Contestant number 1.
A.
That is correct.
So the one with the highest resistance, the highest voltage drop will be the brightest also. Okay.
Question 28. Please study the images shown. All patients shown on this slide have the same disease.
Number 3.
Parkinson's?
So for the benefit of the others, so it's incorrect.
Yeah.
So for the benefit of the others, we'll just reread the question.
Which neurotransmitter is most likely to be lacking in all 4 subjects?
Yeah, nobody gets a point, but what is it?
It's dopamine.
Dopamine.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 29. Please see the diagram shown. Name this general class of compounds that are responsible.
Contestant number 6.
Chlorofluorocarbons.
That's correct.
That's right. CFCs. So you can see in this animation, once UV light comes in, it breaks off the CFCs. It releases the chlorine anion, and basically that can break down ozone into oxygen.
Number 30. Study the 4 elements shown, namely fluorine, sodium, phosphorus, and copper. The removal of an electron from which of the 4 atoms requires the greatest amount of energy?
Contestant number 1.
Sorry.
Fluorine.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Block people to disturb, not to work. You can announce, please do not disturb. Contest going on.
So don't come in.
You can tell, no, you kids coming out and getting.
So you
Yeah, see, while the contest is going on, please do not disturb. Okay, do not get up and we want to walk and all. The here serious business is going on. The contest is going on. Okay, opening the door, closing the door, like, see, do not admit any more people here.
If you want to hear, just go back to
Go and sit, and we can give some breaks if you see a number of people accumulated. Otherwise, like, the kids are doing contest and we should not disturb them. Okay, thank you.
So we are the question 30. This has been answered, right? Yeah. So far you guys are doing great because nobody has come to a negative 3 points or given negative answers, right? So this is fantastic. When we had it a couple of years ago, there was a lot of dropouts. Yeah. So very good. Okay.
Number 31, please study the video clip shown. Excluding helicase and topoisomerase, which is the major?
Contestant number 10.
Polymerase.
That is correct. Number 32, please see the diagram. In the stellar evolution phase indicated by the arrow, excluding the hydrogen and helium in the blown off envelopes, what two other elements are likely to be fusing in the core?
Contestant number 3.
Lithium and carbon.
That is incorrect.
Incorrect. So here's your sun here, right? That's your main sequence star, the G2 main sequence star. Eventually, it'll become a red giant. Eventually, it'll blow off a planetary nebula and become a white dwarf. And then in the planetary nebula, in the nebula itself, in the envelope, you have hydrogen and helium, whereas in the core, you have carbon and oxygen fusing, and you might have some nitrogen fusing as well. So carbon and oxygen would have been the correct answer. Okay.
Number 33, please see the clip shown. What is the name of this screw?
Number 3.
Archimedes screw.
That is correct. Number 34, please study the protist shown, which has just been placed in water. Using the correct alphabet labels, identify all of the structures that are actively working to pump water out of this organism.
Contestant number 3.
B and C.
That is correct.
So these are the two contractile vacuoles. You can see they're actively pumping the water out, right? Okay.
Number 35, please see the diagram shown. A, B, and C are rock layers. D is an intrusion, while E is a fault line. Arrange these 5 geological events A to E from oldest to youngest.
Contestant number 6.
C, B, D, A. Sorry, did I need to include the fault line?
No,
That's incorrect.
Correct. So you can see C, B, and A must have been laid in that order, right? C, the oldest, B on top of it, A on top of it. We know that D came later because you can see D, the intrusion, is cutting through C, is cutting through B, and is cutting through A. So D must have come after C and B and A were placed. And then you can see that D is broken once this fault line came into place. So fault line itself is not interrupted by anything. So fault line was the last thing to come on board. So C, B, A, D, and then finally the E fault line.
Number 36, please list the electron configuration of the magnesium 2+ ion.
Contestant number 8.
1s2, 2s2, 2p6.
That is correct. Number 37, please study the images. In a maple leaf cell, which 3 organelles are likely to contain the structure shown in the image?
Number 1.
Cell membrane, mitochondria, and chloroplast.
Nothing.
That's correct.
He said membrane.
Yes, sounds good.
It says nucleus. Or is membrane?
No, he's correct. He's correct.
Okay, that's correct.
Yeah.
Number 38, oceanic plates often subduct under continental plates. What is the reason why the oceanic plate?
Number 3.
Oceanic crust is denser.
That is correct. Number 39, please see the clip shown. Which of the following 4 does the blue object represent? Concave mirror, convex?
Contestant number 8.
Concave mirror.
That is correct. Number 40, please see the clip shown. What do you call these floating dynamic platforms within cell membranes that bear lipids and proteins?
Number 5.
Receptors.
That's incorrect.
What's the answer?
The correct answer is lipid raft.
So a lot of events happen in these lipid rafts. They float in the cell membrane. A lot of signaling events happen because these rafts are concentrated with a lot of signaling molecules. Okay.
Number 41, please study the diagram and the key at the bottom. What is the elevation at point A?
Number 3.
10 meters.
That is correct.
So we'll give you the point, but you started with so don't start with but in this case we'll give you a point. Be very careful about that. Okay.
42, please study the clip shown. The white ball on the left collides into the stationary blue object and sets it into motion. The white ball comes to a complete stop. Calculate the velocity
Contestant number 10.
10 meters per second.
That is incorrect.
So this is only
Calcul-
one answer, unfortunately. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's based on conservation of momentum. So you can see the mass times the velocity on the left side should equals to the mass times velocity on the right side. So you can see the mass is double, so velocity has to be halved. So answer is 17.5. Okay.
Okay, number 43. If dad has cystic fibrosis disease and mom is a carrier of the cystic fibrosis allele, calculate the chance of both their first and second children both developing cystic fibrosis disease.
Contestant number 8.
100.
No, that's incorrect.
So the dad has cystic fibrosis disease. So it's a recessive disease, right? So it's two copies of the disease gene. And the mom is a carrier, which means the mom has only one copy of the gene. So the chance that the child will have the disease will be half, because dad will only contribute the disease gene. There's a 50% chance the mom might contribute the disease genes. So the chance any child will have the disease is half. The chance that two children will both have the disease is half times half. So it's 1/4. Right?
Number 44, please see the diagram. Of the features observed on this rock, which one suggests that this might be gneiss?
Number 3.
Banding.
That is correct. Number 45, when 5 moles of magnesium carbonate completely dissociates upon heating, how many moles of gas will be released?
Number 3.
5 moles.
That is correct.
Yeah. So this is the decomposition reaction, right? So what is magnesium carbonate? MgCO3. So when that decomposes, what do you get? MgO and CO2. So it's 1 to 1. So you don't need even 20 seconds. Like within 5 seconds, you know it's going to be 5. Okay.
Number 46, please study the video clip. Identify this invasive species of birds.
Contestant number 10.
European starlings.
That is correct. Number 47, please study the diagram. The water table appears to sink in around the well.
Number 1.
Cone of depression.
No.
So let's complete the question.
Okay. Sink in around the well as pointed by the yellow arrow. What is this cone of depression caused by?
So they're not asking you what this is, and it is the cone of depression, but they're asking what the cone of depression is caused by. So for no points, what is it caused by? Yeah, overdrawing of water. Yeah, okay.
Number 48, please see the image shown. Okay. Which primary additive colors of light will be absorbed by the cyan shirt shown?
Contestant number 10.
Red and green.
That's incorrect. It's just red.
Yeah, since it's cyan, it's reflecting blue and green. So of the primary colors, only red will be absorbed. Okay.
Number 49, please study the organic molecule shown. Which one of the following 4 organisms is richly composed of the compound shown? Mosquito, maple, mycobacterium, or mushroom?
Number 1.
Mushroom.
That is incorrect.
So this is cellulose. So learn to recognize the common polysaccharides. So cellulose, glycogen, amylose. So these are all glucose units linked by alpha-1,4 linkage. So basically asking you which of those organisms have cellulose. So the only plant there was maple, right? Okay.
Number 50, please see the animation shown. The sun and the entire solar system revolve around the galactic center as shown. Approximately how long is this galactic year to the nearest?
Contestant number 8.
216 million years.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so it takes about 225 million years. So the nearest 100 million will be 200 million, but it'll give it to you at 216 million. So we have reached 50 questions. So let's see what the scores look like. If the winners, if the first, second, and third place winners are evident now itself, the competition concludes. Otherwise, we'll go to a tiebreaker round.
We have, can we go third place?
Ah,
Numbers are clear.
okay, so we'll announce the third place person, second
Yeah.
place, and first place, right?
Third place, number 53, Aditya Chengalva. In the second place, Sanjay Senthilnathan, number 1. And the winner for this phase 3, number 22, Maya Huyalkar.
And Professor Chandra, this conclude the
Competition.
Okay, so we are very grateful for Professor Chandra Mohan from Houston University, as well as Dr. Venkatraman from Rowan University, and also other helpers here. And we are planning to make it as a formal phase 3 that will affect your top 10 ranks from next year onwards. Okay, this year, like, is the second pilot, but because the pilot which happened about 5 years ago in 2019 in MIT, okay, we could not get it instituted as a phase 3, formal phase 3. So from next year onwards, so it's going to be inducted in the sense, so you will be announced, maybe more than 10 you may be able to take and then decide. This will be part of your final top 10. Okay, this year it is not. Okay, so congratulations. Go ahead.
Hello. Science Olympiad students. So I think it's just the 3 of you. When you're ready, come with me. I'll take you to, we'll go get you tested for Science Olympiad as well.
Just 2 seconds, if you can hold on, right?
Whoop, hold on, please.
Hold on just 2 seconds, right? Chandra, okay if I just make a couple of points, right? For everybody watching, and especially for the contestants, right? You saw different strategies being used. Somebody, number 1, didn't open his mouth until he was completely certain. I'm sorry, I'm calling out, but don't take it in the wrong sense, right? Number 3, took a chance very many times, right? So it's more than knowing the answer. It is how do you want to play this game, right? So again, I'll tell you, this is very important for your nervous system to know, right? It's about making the right connections in the brain that extends to right things in the life. So this phase tests a lot more than what you know, right? And how to say it like that. Fantastic performance, guys. Those who didn't win the top 3, don't worry. Those who didn't come here, don't worry. You all did great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. By the way, he is a neuroscientist. That's why he's going to brain. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations. Yeah.